Hey there, freaking awesome people. Winny here from Mind Now, and welcome back to Inspirational Mind, where we break down channels, interview people to gain their perspective on how you can master your mind to gain self-confidence and self-esteem, especially if you're an introvert, but don't shy away if you're an extrovert because the world needs you. Today, we have a very special guest. It is Anri Davids.
What's up?
He is, let's say, one of the best, in my opinion, social attraction coach with the women. So I am really glad to have him on, because in order to be the man in front of women and attract women, you gotta have self-confidence. So thank you, Anri, for being here, my man. I hope you're excited as I am.
I am damn excited, man. Thank you so much for this opportunity to have this interview with you. I really appreciate that. Thanks, bro.
Awesome, man. So let's get right into the question. First question, which is the most important one. How do you actually gain self-confidence and believe in yourself?
Sure. So, you introduced me pretty good. I help guys to get better with women. That's actually in one sentence what I do. But, it all starts with confidence. Every aspect in your life starts with confidence. And my clients, what I teach my clients, most of the guys who are not confident, they get some advice of people and they starting to read books about confidence. They do everything they focusing to get more confidence. But when doing that, you actually realize that you're not confident at all, and your confidence get lower and lower if you focus on confidence. So how I teach my clients, I have the 4 pillars of self-esteem, I call them. And if you focus on both of those 4, if you have all those 4, you're always confident, you're happy, and you're just always in a good flow, always in a good mood. Of course, we're people who can't always be in good mood, but the 4 pillars of self-esteem. First one, there's no step by step, there are just 4 pillars, and you have to own them all 4 actually. So the first one is have a healthy social life. And with this I mean you have friends, good friends, where you can tell your secrets about. You are surrounded by people who love you. That's a very important one. The second very important thing is your financial life. Have a healthy financial life, so you don't have to worry about any penny you spend. So that's something you don't even have to worry about. If you have that, you're rocking in life as well. Then you're like a little bit closer to the third one. The third one is social, healthy love life, a healthy relationships life, and that can be with just one good relationship with a woman. Of course, I believe in that, but I don't believe in monogamy. But or just have multiple people from the other gender who love you, who care about you, where you feel love from. And the fourth one is also really important. This is actually the first thing I tell my clients if they're not doing this, and this is your physical appearance. Be happy with your body, and working out helps a lot with that. Working out is one of the best medicines against depression, against feeling bad, because all the testosterone, all those different hormones are going through your body, and that is really a main factor of getting confident. So those 4 things, if you focus on those 4 things, and you will realize that if you focus on money, very on your financial life, that your financial life maybe goes high, but all those other aspects go lower and lower. So in the beginning, when you don't have all those 4, if you are missing things, it's hard to really focus on all those 4 things, but as everything in life, you have to find balance, and that's what pretty hard. Just focus on those 4 things in your life, and then you'll become confident.
Yeah, that is a really interesting perspective on looking on things. I think you are one of the first people who actually talks about this, that you need to have these 4 pillars in place, and not just, because if you go on channels, how to gain self-confidence or whatsoever, they only talk about only the mental part or just one aspect of it. But you said it, you need to find balance in all of these 4, which I totally agree, because if you, for example, feel good about yourself but you don't have money, then it will somehow still drag you down, and you get lower self-esteem, right? Talking about exercising and taking care of your body, I think that is one of the ways to get yourself being energetic and positive. Are there any other ways what you do? Maybe you have a morning routine that gives you the energy and positivity throughout your day?
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I have some. Um, yeah, I have a big morning routine guy. I'm a routine. I'm a guy. A big routines. I'm very much with routines. If you know me, you're gonna think I'm autistic because of my routines. But I think this is also a very important thing to become good at something, to get built in habits that uh, grows you to the person you want to be, grows in every aspect in your life. So what I'm doing, the first thing when I wake up, first thing what I do is tell myself 3 to 5 things where I'm grateful of my day. It can be very small, very small. It can be already grateful that I'm wake up in this bed in my house in Chiang Mai where I live right now. It can be like, oh, I've money, I've money to get food. I have friends where I can call right now, and I'm just grateful for the small things in my life. Um, and if I like, there was more in the beginning when I was more bitching about this. When I didn't know what to be grateful for, I was just watching a video from children in Africa. They're fucking waiting on bulldozers or like cars with trash food, with just garbage, and they're picking from that garbage. They're picking all those small things to eat. And if you see that, you'll realize that your life is freaking awesome. That you don't have to worry about anything. That you are so grateful actually. So that's the first thing I do. The next thing I have 3 minutes, 3 minutes jump rope. Then I do Wim Hof. Actually, I'm not doing that every morning, but I always take a cold shower. Um, and I do some yoga exercises, some stretching. That's how my morning routine looks like.
Yeah, that's nice, man. I think it's really important to have morning routine because I realized that two things that really helps me is like getting enough sleep and having a great morning routine. Because you need to be in a good state in order to do anything in life, or throughout your day your mind has to be in a healthy state. But talking about you, man, how did you actually figure out what you wanted to do in life? Because a lot of people, they might lack the self-confidence because they haven't figured out what they want to do, what their passion is, purpose, whatsoever. So maybe tell my people, how did you go about it? Did you find your passion at the first sight, or did it take some time? What is your advice, bro?
Well, we have to get back in my story to tell you about this, but yeah, I'll go through pretty quick. Well, I was like, my parents are immigrants from Georgia. They never actually really had money. So when I was growing up, I was a big, fat, cute boy actually. And yeah, I always wanted to have toys. I was addicted to my toy soldiers. I always wanted to have more toys. And I was watching a soap on an American soap, and there were children selling cookies door to door. So yeah, I thought by myself, they're making so much money with selling cookies door to door. I can do the same. Why, if they can do it, why I can't do it? So I asked my father for some money. He was looking at me like, why the heck you asking money for me? I said, you will get it back. And because I was fat, cute boy, he couldn't say no. I was irresistible. So he gave me some money. I bought the cheapest cookies from the store. And I sold them for like €5 per package, And in like a couple hours already made more than €50 profit. I think like, wow, this is damn epic. So that was my first actually experience with making money. And I saw that like, I saw that making money was actually so easy. There were like people from 15, 14, 16 were working in supermarkets for $2 an hour, And I realized that making money was really easy. So from that point, I started really to focus on money. Money was the thing. Till I was like 17 and a half. Like, this is my money aspect. And at the same time, I was fat, cute boy. And I had no confidence at all. I had a lot of women around me in my life, but all those women had friend zoned me. If they called me, that was because they were crying. They needed a shoulder to cry on, or if they bought a new bags so I can carry them for them. I was like a little bitch. And then luckily, when I was like 17 and a half, I got my first girlfriend. I have no idea what attracted her to me, but a couple months later, she told me she broke up. I will not tell the story what happened then, but she broke up, and I felt fucked up. I never want to have that feeling again, and I realized that I want to get better with women, so I never have that feeling again. So what I did, I started to study guys in clubs who were doing badass with girls, badass with women, and I started to study them. And one of those guys, he actually became my mentor. He was the guy who always had the hottest girls. He was, yeah, he worked with RSD. He worked with Alex Social, with a lot of big pickup artists, and he was really known. He doesn't care about money, about marketing. He really loved. It was really his passion. And yeah, I became his student. Um, so what we did, we started to experiment with a lot of things, a lot of senses, a lot of communication techniques, and I learned about all this push and pull, qualification, the whole game. Um, and I became better and better with it. And yeah, I was everything what I experimented with. I was teaching my friends as well. And first yeah, they gained way more success as well in their life. So they were talking about their friends, and their friends want to get coached by me, and they started to pay me booze, and after that they started to pay me money for it. And there were so many people about this coming to me, and at the same time I was having like all those different businesses. I was trying to start up different businesses, drop shipping, Amazon, FBA, all those different things, and I had so much things to do that. Um, yeah, I quit. I actually quit with that, with coaching people to focus more on my business, on my brand and everything. So I was doing that. I found affiliate marketing, made pretty much money with it. I started to travel, build up my personal brand. At first, I was talking about motivation, inspiration, and then I realized nobody's gonna listen to Mr. Nobody if you talk about inspiration and motivation. So I started to talk about how to make money with affiliate marketing. Then when I was doing that, I realized that I freaking hated it to sit down in front of a computer and talk about money, about online business, affiliate marketing. Look, I love the psychology. That's what my passion is: the psychology, the marketing, the sales, and all those, the game, the psychology behind it. That's what makes me happy. But still, affiliate marketing was not the way. And then I actually met some very successful people while traveling, and also a very good homie of me, Pav, and I was talking about them. Like, I'm not happy what I'm doing right now, my personal brand. And I started to talk about where I spend my most time with, what my passions are, and that was actually just the game. Um, so I realized that I just had to change my personal brand into this, because this is my life. This is where I get my energy from, and um, that's how I started to talk about this. So I'm gonna back to the thing where I love the most, and I think the thing that your passion is. If you didn't know what your passion is, don't know what your passion is, you didn't spend enough time doing different things and finding out what you like to do and getting good at something. Look, if you're good at something, then you automatically like it. If you're trying something out new and you are not good in it in the beginning and you quit with it, you're not gonna like it because you're not good with it. So finding your passion has all to do with trying out different things, having new experiences, trying out a lot of different things, and find out where you're good at, where you like to do, where you can put your energy in. So if you did it somewhere in your life, if you put something energy in your life, and you were pretty good at it, that it's a really very very big possibility that's your passion, but you're just doing nothing with it because your mind is in all those different things. Um,
Yeah, definitely, man. I totally agree with you what you said there. That you should dedicate your time to one specific thing, getting good at it, so that you actually have to prove that you're having progress. Because I truly believe that happiness also comes from the progress. If there's no progress, there's no happiness, right? Tony Robbins always says this, and I really resonate with that. And yeah, I think all in all, it's from your history and from your experiences that has shaped you to the way you are. And you said it yourself that you were kind of a fat boy.
Bro, I,
earlier.
I, I can send you pictures in it, man. Bro, I was like fat as man. My confidence, I had nothing, and I just
Oh man.
um yeah, I just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, but now you're not fat anymore, bro. So it kind of it's like it's like your worst day can literally become your best day because you said to yourself, "Oh, this is exactly the reason why I don't have self-confidence. I'm fat. Nobody's looking at me, especially the girls, and they're not treating me the way I want them to treat me." And that is like it was kind of, let's say, one of your worst day, but it has shifted your mind to where you are now, and that is one of the reasons why you also want to coach people and help them succeed in their love life, which is awesome. And by the way, guys, if you're watching this and you want to attract girls, Anri has 36 free sentences. You can check it out on his channel.
I don't know.
Which is amazing.
I don't know when this
You,
video comes out, but 36 cents is gonna be removed pretty quickly. I'm making up right now. I'm working on a 3-day, 3-video series course where you can access for free, and that's gonna be very epic. That's gonna be very epic, and you can access that for free. So yeah, when it's finished in a couple days. I will give you the link.
Awesome. Awesome. And depending on when you're watching this interview, I don't know, maybe in 5 years it will change again. But ultimately, Andrew here, the man, is here to help you with, attracting awesome girls, being the James Bond like you, awesome you. Anyway, let's talk about goals though. How do you set your goals? Do you set them yearly, weekly, monthly? How do you go about that?
I set them daily. I set them weekly. I set them monthly. I set them 1 year. I set them 5 years.
oh wow.
I write everything down. What my goal is, I write it down, and every night before I go to sleep, I visualize it. That's how I set my goals, and that visualizing thing, it works so epic. If you're having those daily morning routines, if you feel confident, if you're feeling good, and you visualize that, opportunities are gonna come to you, and when you feel good, you can get those opportunities. You just attract them to you, and that's why setting up goals, visualizing your future is so damn important actually. And actually, it's so damn it's so this works so bad that when I visualize something, that it's big. Like for example, I visualize that I'm talking to all those thousands of people in this big stadium, like teaching guys how to get better with women. But I was not ready for that yet. But I got an opportunity to get it like very very fast. Like I visualized this literally, and 2 days later, a guy came to me, pretty big guy here in Chiang Mai, and he said, "You know what? I'm organizing a big event. Do you want to talk on that event?" Um,
Amazing.
and I had to say no because right now I'm in launching time of my course and everything. I couldn't do that. So what I mean with that, if you have to visualize things good, because things will come faster than you think to you seriously, and when you can't handle it in that moment of life, it will go away, and maybe it will never come back to you. So visualizing things literally helps to track them very very epic. I really believe in law of attraction.
All right. Do you do this like in the morning, in the evening,
In the
or?
night before I go to sleep.
Okay. So you spend like, let's say 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes visualizing.
And very
Okay.
detailed, very detailed.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Yeah, I think that is one thing that I definitely have to try out. If it works for you, then it must work for others, right? But it's amazing how law of attraction can help you, especially when you visualize it specifically, right? Yeah, that's really awesome. And tell me, what do you actually do in dark times? Meaning, the goals that you have set out did not work according to what you have actually thought it would be. What do you do? Because in these dark times, that is actually the time when let's say the universe is kind of testing you? Are you really that dedicated and persistent enough to get the goal? So what do you actually do to set your mind in the right direction?
What I do to set my mind in the right direction? Working on something that's my freaking passion, something I really love to do. That's it. That's the only thing.
Hmm.
This is gonna be
Very
my
sim-
life. I'm a serial entrepreneur or multi-entrepreneur. I started I started over 20 times, over and over again, starting a new project, putting all my energy in something, then realizing that I don't want to do this. Starting another project, investing all 2, 3 months in it, all my energy, then again, and then over and over and over and over again. And with doing that, um, yeah, I finally came up. I realized the way, some very good ways to make money, very passive and very easily. So that's what I'm doing that for my money, but I actually my energy not going to there. So that's something I don't even have to think about it. So because of that, I can actually work on something I really love to do. Um, so of course, a lot of things happen. The world is always testing you. That's totally true. Maybe you are in your best period of your life, and then randomly a car hits you, and you get into the hospital with something. Um, what makes it? What makes it? Uh, yes, I know it's hard to then focus on the things you don't like to do, like doing stupid things. But it makes it way more easier to still work on things what your passion is, what your love is, like sitting in the hospital, still calling your clients, like there's in all your energy. So doing what you
Yeah.
love to do gives you energy, and it gives you motivated to keep doing what you love to do.
All right, man. Awesome. Yeah, I think it always comes down to passion and what you love. And yeah, for all of those who are watching, if you haven't figured out your passion yet, don't worry. I always suggest people to go watch Gary Vaynerchuk because I just loves how much he curses, and like he's like so straight to the point, man. Like honesty.
Don't watch Gary
Mhm.
Vaynerchuk if you're not found your passion, man. You're gonna feel even more shit when you watch him and you don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. See, that's a good perspective of Anri. So you literally feel bad when you watch him?
No, no, right now not. Like I watch Gary V very much. For in the beginning when I found him, I watched him very very much. Um, but yeah, if you know Gary Vaynerchuk, he's still saying the same things over and over again. Actually, his message is
Yeah.
always the same. But in
Yeah.
every moment in your life, um, you can pronounce that message differently. So it's good to watch Gary
Yeah.
Vaynerchuk sometimes. But if you're not doing your passion, if you're not doing something what makes money, and you're not successful, and you watch Gary V, you're gonna get desperate because he makes it so easy, and you think
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, what the heck? I'm still didn't find my passion. I still don't make money. And you watch Gary V, you're gonna feel even more desperate. So I will not.
Yeah, I get your perspective there. I think overall, you have to, take care of yourself first. Obviously, get your money, and also follow the tips that you have actually said at the beginning, with the 4 pillars. That is really important. So get all of these things straight first, and get some motivation from these kind of interviews, of course, or watch Anri if you want, your social life to go over the roof with the girls. And yeah, now talking about books, I think you read books from time to time. You shouldn't, of course, be in the loop of just reading and not taking action, because I think you see a lot of videos on Anri's channel where he actually approaches people and not just preaching, and that gives the proof that you can know the best techniques or whatsoever, but if you don't do them, then they're all BS. So let's talk about books on mindset. What is your favorite book on that?
A mindset. Well, there are different
Yes.
books I really love. Yeah, like for men, what will change your mindset? Like there are different books what will teach you different mindsets and different states of life. So like The Way of the Superior Man, for instance. That's a book for men. And it's a book with like 83 chapters, and every chapter is like 2-3 pages, but gives us like a life lesson. It's filled with life lessons, and deep in your heart, you know that's true. You already know it, but if you read it, think like, oh damn, that's totally true. And you read that book, you will find out more about who you are as a man. So that book is really good for a mindset as making you as a man, growing you as a man, knowing why you're here on this planet, and that is so damn important, especially in this age. The testosterone, this 10 years, the testosterone all over the world lowered with like 25% on average.
Oh wow.
It comes with our food, what we eat, our social media, internet, and all those different things. It lowers our testosterone, like porno, everything. It's really bad. So, with reading that book, you realize where you have to focus on. You realize where all your feelings come from, and that's a really good book to read if you're a man and didn't read it yet. The other way, that's more for business mindset, is Thinking Fast and Slow. It's also a really good book for your mindset, not only for business, but that's a very good mindset book as well. I really like that book.
Yeah, I read that book actually. It's a good book. And what is the first book called again?
The Way of the Superior Man.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, just write to me after this interview.
Sure. I will give you a copy as well if you want.
Cool. Awesome. Now talking about productivity, man. What's your favorite book concerning that?
Yeah, read a book.
Or do you read books on
Read the autobiography of Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk, he is really productive. He does like 2-3 projects at the same time. He is just...
Read Elon Musk autobiography has everything you need.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I will check that out.
It's crazy.
All right, now last book, man. A book that has helped you the most in achieving your goals.
A book that helped me the most with achieving my goals. Well, because of The Way of the Superior Man, gave me so much clarity who I am as a man. That gave me a lot of clarity. That helped me a lot. How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's very important for my niche as well. How you go with social connections, and like, it's a very good book. So that's also a must read. Yeah, I know, man. I can tell one book that changed my life completely. Like,
yeah, of course.
Every book has like, you can read the Way of the Superior Man 50 times in your life, and every time you read that book, you'll get one.
You learn something new.
That will change your mindset so completely.
Yeah, like you said before, it also depends on where you are at in your life, you know, and always, like you said, if you read it over and over again, there's always 1 to 2 sentences that you have read before, but now because you're in a different situation or because you have a different mindset, this sentence will help you even further. So yeah, I totally agree with you on that. I will definitely check that book out. It really intrigues me, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, what is the last advice that you want to give to my people who are watching this right now?
Your people.
Anything. Yeah, about life, about women, about like anything that you think is really important that they should know.
One thing?
Yeah. Like I said, it can be about anything, about business, life, social, anything that you think they must know that they lack of knowledge.
They lack of knowledge. Well, I was telling you about my experiment. And when I first started to get better with chicks, with women, I started my experiment. Did this over 1 year. And I experiment with a lot of different senses, over 2,000 plus senses and communication techniques, which work. And many pickup coaches, pickup artists in my niche, I really appreciate those people. And I know what I'm going to share. the game, a lot of guys, a lot of people think the game is something bad, and the game is only about women to get laid with the hottest women. But everyone in my niche, everyone in my branch, every competitor. I don't want to tell. I don't want to make use of the word competitors. They're all my niche. I really appreciated them. I don't. Sometimes I'm not having the same values as them. I don't think the same as them. But where the game is all about is about growing yourself as a person. My clients, when I teach them how to get confident, how to get better with women, every aspect in life get better. They get better relationships with their friends. They get more discipline to go to the gym. They creating a more epic life for themselves. They're gonna care more about themselves. And just because of that, every aspect in life gets better. And the game is just about getting better as a person, growing the people around you, be surrounded by people who love you. And that's what every pickup artist, I hate the word pickup artist as well, but I'll just call them pickup artists, is doing as well. They're creating that awesome life for themselves. And it's so hard, when you see the 10, when you have an idea for what your 10 is, right? Every guy has an idea for him what a 10 for him is. Like maybe a girl with who looks very, very shredded, who's having a very good body, with fake boobs, and she's reading books. But maybe that doesn't. No girl around us in this world is a girl like that, But when you find that 10 for yourself, if you're not confident and if you don't think your life is awesome, you're gonna block yourself. Maybe she's attracted to you, but you're gonna block yourself, your inner game, because you don't think you're good enough for it. So, what I want to tell you, one thing I want to tell you, don't chase the 10s, but become a 10 yourself.
That is interesting, man. I always say, like, work on your awesome projects so that whatever happens, you feel like really good about yourself, because even if you get rejected by girls, and you will, then you won't feel bad about yourself because you're working on yourself to become the best version of yourself. I'm saying a lot of the word yourself there, but you get the point.
You're not outcome independent.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's what attract girls. And girls also have like girls also have 10s. Girls also have an idea from themselves what a 10 is for them, what they're looking for. And maybe you're the 10 for that girl, but because of you're shy, and because you don't know how to do it, like when you approach a girl, of course you have to throw some game in. But you also, what many guys do in the beginning is like they put so much game into their approach that a girl has no idea who you are. So you've also you have to mix that with showing yourself as well to her, and that's really important. And that shyness and all those things that will help. The game will help you with that, but you also have to show your inner self, why you are a 10, and not be the pickup artist guy who's just know everything exactly how to say, and like all those psychological things. But show yourself. Be yourself. I hate to say be yourself because tomorrow you can be totally different, but I hope you guys understand what I mean.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, bro. I totally agree with you on finding the balance, not always going, with the scripts. Even guys, if you downloaded the 36 sentences from Anri,
you have it.
You shouldn't.
What?
Do you have it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Do you like it?
Of course. Yes, I do, bro. I do. I definitely will use them in the future, and then we'll see how it goes. But anyway, guys, what I wanted to say is that if you downloaded these sentences, like Anri said, you should mix them up with opening up, and also not only going like a robot and just going step by step with the sentences and trying everything out. So it doesn't come across natural. These things are just a helper that have been proven to work, from by Mr. Anri here, which is awesome. But yeah, finding the balance is really important. So yeah, Anri, thank you so much, man. I hope you really enjoyed this interview. I enjoyed it.
Definitely.
Guys, tell me what advice did you like most? I will definitely check out the book that Anri recommended, and yeah, the first advice was really interesting because a lot of people don't really look at the bigger picture that you need 4 pillars in place in order to be self-confident. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Guys, always check out the description for awesome, surprising stuff. And remember that you are freaking awesome and that you can do it if you put your mind to it. Winnie out for now.